Trying to see like,
Are
you
you a
know what I'm
crab?
saying? Oh, what you say?
Alright, I be picking up Blanco.
Watch your mouth, Chrisean.
They be calling Crips.
Watch your mouth, Chrisean.
Chrisean Rock has vanished and the streets are shaking. What started as a simple 24-hour silence from her social media accounts has now spiraled into one of the most terrifying disappearances the industry has ever witnessed. Fans are panicking. Blogs are scrambling. Even Blueface's enemies are circling the situation like sharks sensing blood in the water. But the part that has everyone frozen? A Crips set is claiming she owes them and they just put a bounty on her head. At first, people thought it was a joke. Internet trolling. Clout chasing. Just another rumor in the chaos-filled world surrounding Chrisean. But then a video dropped. A real one. From actual gang members. Blue bandanas. Faces blurred. Voices distorted. But the message was unmistakable. Find her. Bring her. We need what's ours. And that's when the internet broke. Because Chrisean hasn't posted, hasn't gone live, hasn't replied to anyone. Her phone is off. Her team is silent. And people close to her are saying she hasn't been seen in days. The last time someone claimed to see her, it was at a gas station on Figueroa looking shaken, alone, and talking on a cracked phone like she was arguing with someone who refused to help her. Minutes later, she vanished from the cameras. Now rumors are swirling that Chrisean wasn't just running from drama. She was running from a debt, a betrayal, or a deal gone wrong, something dangerous enough to make a Crips subset openly declare they want her found. And the craziest part? There's a leaked voice note allegedly from someone in her inner circle saying, "She crossed the wrong people. If they find her first, that's it." Before the internet melted down, before the gang issued bounty spread across TikTok like wildfire, before Blueface's baby mama drama got drowned out, before bloggers, YouTubers, and street-connected insiders started panicking, there were signs. Signs people missed. Signs people ignored. Signs that now, in hindsight, feel like Chrisean was screaming for help without knowing how to ask for it. Because this disappearance didn't start yesterday. It didn't start with the bounty. And it didn't start with the gas station sighting. It started weeks ago quietly, slowly, and disturbingly. The first red flag. The fights nobody took seriously. Chrisean has always lived in chaos, the kind that turns into viral moments, memes, and trending clips. People normalized it. That's just Chrisean. But insiders say the fights she got into recently weren't like the usual reality TV drama. These fights were off-camera, late at night, with people not part of her usual circle, and involving street names that made her security nervous. One insider told a blog, she was moving with people Blueface wouldn't even stand next to. That's how bad it was. People saw her bruised knuckles in a live a week ago. She laughed it off, said she bumped into something. But her security guard leaked a message the next day. She didn't bump into nothing. She swung on someone at 3 a.m. at a trap apartment. And they told her she owed for the damage. Owed. That word keeps coming up. The second red flag. Her money was acting funny. Chrisean makes good money bookings, Zeus checks, music, lives, all of it. But insiders claim that for the first time in months, she was late paying people. Cash App requests from random names kept popping up. Someone took out a loan in her name. She was seen crying over missing money. One stylist, anonymously, told a page. She said someone took her cut from a show. She didn't say who, but she said she didn't want problems. If Chrisean didn't want problems, it meant the person she was dealing with was someone she feared. And Chrisean fears very few people. The third red flag. Connections to a certain set. The bounty didn't come out of nowhere. People forget Chrisean grew up around real street environments. She understands gang culture more than the internet realizes. She knows who not to disrespect. She knows who not to cross. But recently, something changed. Multiple bloggers reported seeing Chrisean around. A Crips subset known for extortion. Individuals who operate outside the friendly Hollywood circles. People even Blueface stays away from. One blogger claimed, she slipped into the wrong crowd, thinking they were friends. Another, they pulled her in with protection and loyalty talk. But they always want something back. Chrisean has a soft heart. She trusts fast. She forgives faster. That's how she got caught up. The fourth red flag. Her social media behavior. Chrisean is loud on social media. Almost too loud. But the last 2 weeks? Silent moments. Weird late-night ranting. Posts she deleted within minutes. Stories that didn't match her location. Caption changes every few hours. Strange crying videos with no context. The fans saw it, they begged her to get help. But the truth is worse. She was asking for help, just not with words. She was spiraling. And spiraling fast. The fifth red flag. The final argument. 2 nights before she disappeared, a heated argument broke out, not with Blueface, not with a cast member, not with a family member. People inside the house heard her yelling on the phone. Yelling at someone she had been avoiding. Someone who kept telling her, "You promised. You owe us. We did our part. Now it's your turn." Fans didn't know about this call, but an insider's leaked message said, whoever she was arguing with, she was terrified of them. She kept saying, "I told y'all I don't want to do this no more." Do what no more? Nobody knew until the bounty video dropped. The gas station sighting. The last confirmed sighting of Chrisean Rock came from a security camera at a rundown gas station in South LA. She looked disoriented, alone, scared, glancing over her shoulder, talking fast, ignoring someone calling her name. She tried to pay for gas, but her card was declined, unusual for someone who earns thousands per week. She stepped outside, took out her cracked phone, and tried calling someone 3 times in a row. But each time she called, she hung up before it rang. People who saw the clip said she looked like someone running from a real threat. Then she walked off, not toward her car, not toward the street, but toward a dark alley beside the station. That was the last time anyone saw her. The bounty video. 24 hours later, the internet froze when a masked group wearing blue bandanas released a video. Blurry faces, distorted voices, but their body language was clear. They wanted Chrisean. One of them said, "She played with us. She thought we wasn't serious." Another, "She owes. We want our cut. Find her." And then, a band on her head. "Bring her to us." A bounty. Not a joke. Not a rumor. Not trolling. A real bounty. And gang insiders confirmed it wasn't for money, it was for punishment. Blueface's reaction. Ironically, Blueface was the calmest one. He posted, "Y'all lying. She always disappears. She good." But fans weren't convinced. Some said he was dismissing it because he didn't want to get involved. Others said he was scared of the same group. Others said he knew exactly what she was running from but didn't want to say. One insider close to Blueface leaked. He told someone she messed with the wrong dudes. He said, "I can't save her from that." If that's true, this is darker than anyone expected. The inner circle panics. People close to Chrisean, the ones who actually care, are terrified. Her trainer, her hairstylist, her best friend, her cousin. They haven't heard from her. Not a text. Not a ping. Not a DM. Not a sighting. Her phone is off. Her car hasn't been moved. Her house hasn't been entered. One close friend cried in a voice note. She was scared. "She told me she messed up. And now she's gone." The theories begin. Some say she's hiding. Some say she's being protected. Some say she fled LA. Some say she's hurt. Some say the bounty was a warning. Some say it was an announcement. Some say someone already got to her. And then there's the darkest theory. She didn't go missing. She went into hiding because she knows exactly who's after her. And why? The moment the bounty video hit the internet, the entire culture shifted. What people thought was Chrisean being dramatic again suddenly transformed into something darker, heavier, and far more dangerous than any Zeus episode or Blueface fight ever prepared them for. Because when real gang members speak publicly, when they show their faces covered and their voices distorted, when they call out someone by name, that's no longer clout. That's a street announcement. And the first wave of chaos didn't come from fans. It came from the streets. The call that started everything. At 7:43 a.m. the morning after the video dropped, a well-known LA street blogger named Rico No Filter Jones released a voice note he claims came from someone close to the situation. In the voice note, a shaken female voice said, "They've been looking for her since last week. She owe them something. Something big." And she ran. The blogger tried to verify the call, but the number disconnected instantly. And then, 10 minutes later, another voice note was leaked, this time from a different woman who said, "It wasn't just money. It was something deeper. She made a promise she didn't keep." This is when the internet started panicking. Because people began to realize the bounty didn't come from randoms. It came from a specific set. Rollin 40 Seconds, Crips subset not directly tied to Blueface's camp. This wasn't Blueface's people. This wasn't rivals. This wasn't internet gangsters. This was a serious, historic Crip set with real influence. And if they said Chrisean owed something, that meant something major happened. Something the public wasn't aware of. Something Chrisean had been hiding. The debt she couldn't escape. A high-level gang-affiliated insider reached out anonymously to one of the biggest drama pages on Instagram. She explained the real reason the bounty dropped. Shorty got tied up in something that she didn't understand. They did her a favor. She ain't pay back. Pay back what? The insider kept going. She thought they was showing love. She didn't know nothing free in this world. Fans didn't know what that meant. Bloggers didn't know what that meant. But street people knew immediately. Chrisean got involved with an older street rule. Something called fronted protection. When you're a celebrity moving around LA, especially late at night, especially around certain neighborhoods, certain people watch your back in exchange for loyalty or payment. Sometimes money, sometimes favors, sometimes appearances, sometimes silence. Chrisean accepted someone's help, and she didn't pay back, or she paid back the wrong way, or she crossed someone during the repayment. Whatever she did, it triggered a serious response. The hidden fight. Everything changed when Blueface's cousin Lil Munchie went live from a car, looking anxious. He didn't say much, but he dropped the first real twist. She got into it with the wrong female. It ain't even about dudes. Y'all don't know who y'all playing with. A woman? This twist shook everyone. Because most people assumed a male-dominated gang issue. But Munchie was implying the opposite. Chrisean had a conflict with a female shot caller. Someone well-respected. Someone known in the streets. Someone who didn't tolerate disrespect. Minutes later, another live went viral from a woman claiming she was connected to the same set. She didn't show her face, but her tone was deadly. She ran her mouth to the wrong one. That's all y'all need to know. She ain't missing. She hiding. The comments exploded. Hiding from who? Why they want her so bad? What did she say? But before she ended the live, the woman said 4 words that sent chills down everyone's spine. She broke street code. Street code? Chrisean? This was spiraling into something way bigger than fans thought. The deal gone wrong. By noon, a third leak surfaced, this time from a man who identified himself as someone who once worked security around Chrisean. He claimed they protected her one night. Big night. She promised to return the favor. She didn't. Fans begged for details. Bloggers hunted for clarity. Eventually, a DM leaked from someone allegedly connected to the same Crips set. She saw something she wasn't supposed to see. She was supposed to keep quiet. She didn't. Another DM said she recorded something, and somebody wanted that footage back. Footage? People immediately assumed it involved Blueface, but insiders quickly shut that down. This ain't got nothing to do with Blue. Stop bringing him up. So what did she record? What did she see? Who did she expose? The footage theory. A street-connected YouTuber known as Big Wop TV dropped a bombshell livestream, claiming Chrisean was present at a house where something illegal went down, and she unknowingly recorded part of it on her phone. When the people involved realized there was footage, they demanded she delete it. She said she did. But did she? Big Wop said they think she still got the video, or she sent it to somebody. That's why they want her. Fans were terrified. Because if true, this wasn't about money. This wasn't about respect. This wasn't about attitudes. This was about evidence. Evidence that could ruin lives. Evidence that could land people in prison. Gang members don't risk exposure. They silence exposure. The secret phone. Then came the twist that blew the internet wide open. A friend of Chrisean's crying on Instagram Live said she had 2 phones. The new one and the trap one. The trap one gone. Trap one? Fans flooded the comments. She had a burner? What was on it? Who took it? That's when the friend dropped the bomb. That trap phone had videos, messages, locations, everything. Everything? Including the footage she allegedly recorded? The friend covered her mouth, realizing she said too much. Live ended. The last person who saw her. Then another major twist dropped. The last confirmed person to see Chrisean was not at the gas station. It was a rapper, someone known in LA but not mainstream, who DM'd a blogger saying, "Y'all lying. I saw her after the gas station. She got into a dark car with 2 people. 2 people?" He continued. "She ain't get snatched. She went with them. But she ain't wanna go." "What?" He explained. "They told her they needed to talk. She said not now. They said you don't got a choice. She got in." The rapper then said, "And that car wasn't regular. It belonged to somebody important." Bloggers connected the dots. The car allegedly belonged to the same female shot caller connected to the Crips set issuing the bounty. Meaning, Chrisean didn't disappear. She was taken to a conversation she couldn't refuse. The falling out. 3 hours later, Yet another leak, from someone close to the situation, dropped. They didn't hurt her. They confronted her. But she snapped back. She swung. She ran. Swung? Ran? If she physically snapped at a female shot caller, that explained everything. Because no matter how famous you are, how viral you are, how loud you are, you don't swing on a woman who runs a set, and definitely don't walk away afterward. Unless you go into hiding, or someone hides you. The big twist. Blueface knew more than he said. Fans kept blaming Blueface for not reacting seriously. But then a text leaked from his cousin. Blue told us not to go looking. He said she gotta handle this herself. Handle what? Handle who? Another message leaked. Blue said she brought street heat to the house. He didn't want to get mixed. Mixed equals involved. Then someone dropped a chilling detail. They called Blue first before the bounty video dropped. They contacted Blue first? That means they tried to warn him. They tried to give him a chance to distance himself. They tried to give him a chance to return something. Or send Chrisean back. Or send the phone back. Or talk her down. But Blue told them, she ain't my problem no more. That's when they decided to make her the public's problem. And now? Nobody knows where she is. Nobody knows who she's with. Nobody knows if she's safe. But what comes next is even darker. Because the bounty wasn't just a warning. It was a response to something bigger. Something the streets haven't said publicly yet. And when it's revealed, it will change everything about this disappearance. The disappearance was bad enough. The bounty was worse. But the real escalation, the moment this entire situation turned from dangerous to life-threatening, came when one single piece of information leaked from someone deep inside the set involved. It wasn't a video. It wasn't a screenshot. It wasn't even a voice note. It was a name. A name tied to Chrisean's biggest mistake. A name tied to a secret she shouldn't have known. A name tied to the reason this bounty wasn't just punishment, it was prevention. And the moment that name leaked, the internet, the streets, and even the blogs realized Chrisean wasn't just running from debt. She wasn't just hiding from danger. She was running from something she found out. Something she wasn't supposed to see. Something she wasn't supposed to hear. Something that tied a gang, a crime, and a powerful individual together. But before that bomb dropped, the escalation started somewhere else. With a man named Trills. The man who started talking. Trills isn't a celebrity. He isn't a rapper. He isn't a YouTuber. He's a street connector. Someone who knows who's who owes what, who crossed who, and who's about to get hurt. And for years, he never spoke publicly about gang business. But on this day, he broke character. He went live with 12,000 viewers watching and said, "Y'all don't get it. This ain't about some money." She crossed a code, and she exposed something that wasn't hers to expose. The comments exploded. What did she expose? Stop talking in circles. Who's she cross? What code? Trills ignored the questions, until someone commented, "Was she snitching?" And his expression changed. Trills leaned forward, lowered his voice and whispered, "She wasn't snitching, but she saw someone snitch." The chat froze. Saw someone snitch? What? The illegal meeting she accidentally witnessed. According to Trills and confirmed by 3 separate insiders, 2 weeks before her disappearance, Chrisean attended a private house party near Baldwin Village. Not a Hollywood party, not a rapper party, not a Zeus cast event, a street party, a high-risk environment, a place she should not have been at without strict protection. At the party, around 3 a.m., she walked upstairs looking for a bathroom, and accidentally walked into a room where she wasn't supposed to be. That room had 3 men from the Crips set, 1 unknown woman, and 1 man wearing a hooded jacket, facing the wall, speaking low. Someone in the room was giving information. Real information. Serious information. The kind that gets people killed. According to one insider, she walked in on a street debriefing. That's why they pressed her. Another insider said, she saw the wrong person talking to the wrong people. When the men saw her, they reportedly told her, "Get out." Chrisean, confused, laughed, and said, "Y'all weird. Relax." But the woman in the room got up, slammed the door behind her after escorting her out, and whispered, "You ain't seen nothing. You hear me?" Chrisean shrugged it off. She didn't understand the danger. But by the next morning, word spread that Chrisean had overheard a cooperation conversation. Someone giving up information to save themselves. And that is a death sentence. Not for Chrisean. For the one snitching. The snitch's identity. The snitch, the one in the room when she walked in, was not a random person. He was someone connected to A rapper, a major fight, a shooting that happened in December, and a police investigation currently under seal. And that rapper? Someone Chrisean used to hang around. Someone Chrisean had problems with. Someone who blamed her for switching sides. And the snitch giving information? He wasn't talking to police. He was talking to the wrong people about police. Meaning, he was exposing someone's name, throwing someone under the bus, saving himself. And Chrisean saw him. Accidentally. She wasn't supposed to. She wasn't supposed to hear the voice. Wasn't supposed to recognize the build. Wasn't supposed to catch the chain under the hoodie. Wasn't supposed to see the tattoo on his left wrist. But she did. And when she walked downstairs that night, she told a friend. Why he up there talking like that? He's scary for real. The friend begged her. Don't say nothing. Don't play around with that. Chrisean responded. I don't care. They messy. She moved on like nothing happened. But they didn't. They realized she wasn't scared. They realized she was unpredictable. They realized she could talk. And the snitch panicked. Not because of what she said, but because of what she could say. The female shot caller returns. Remember the female shot caller from the last section? The one connected to the bounty? She wasn't just angry that Chrisean owed. She wasn't just angry that Chrisean ran. She wasn't just angry that Chrisean recorded something. She was angry because Chrisean saw her snitch. Yes, the female shot caller wasn't just someone powerful. She was the one in the room during the illegal cooperation conversation. She was caught, exposed, weak in a way she could never allow. Her entire reputation, entire gang role, entire influence would collapse if anyone learned she had cooperated with enemies, or police, or anyone. And Chrisean saw it and made a joke about it. That joke sealed her fate. The car incident, the real version. Now the car incident makes sense. The rapper who said she was forced into the car? He wasn't lying. But it wasn't a kidnapping. It was a street trial. They wanted to confront her, to scare her, to shut her up, to remind her of the code. But Chrisean isn't like other people. She reacts with instinct, violence, impulsiveness, emotion, heart, not calculation. So when they cornered her in the car, when they told her, you saw something, you need to chill, Chrisean did what Chrisean always does. She snapped. She yelled, I ain't scared of y'all. She swung on one of them, connected, hard. She kicked the door open, ran barefoot into the street, and disappeared into the night. That was the moment they decided. She can't be left unchecked, not because she would snitch, but because she talks too much, acts too fast, has too much pride, and doesn't understand the consequences of what she saw. The female shot caller told her people, we warned her, now she gonna learn. And that is when the bounty dropped. The real twist. Blueface knew everything. The biggest twist? Blueface wasn't as nonchalant as he pretended. He knew exactly what happened. He knew exactly who was involved. He knew exactly what Chrisean saw. And he knew exactly why the bounty dropped. How? Because Blue has connections too. Connections that told him, keep your distance. It ain't your fight. It ain't your business. That's why he didn't panic online. That's why he acted like nothing was wrong. That's why he refused to go looking for her. He wasn't protecting her. He was protecting himself. The hidden person she's hiding with. Someone else knows the truth too. Someone Chrisean trusts. Someone street smart. Someone who told her, you can't go home. You can't go to your friends. You can't go to your shows. Come with me. When people said she ran, when people said she vanished, when people said she went into hiding, they weren't lying. Chrisean is hiding, but not alone. She's hiding with someone who knows the entire story, someone who witnessed part of the fallout, someone who knows the female shot caller personally. And that person is about to become very important, because the war brewing behind the scenes is about to pull in more names, and the next twist will involve someone connected to the snitch, someone who helped escalate the bounty, someone the world will not expect. By the time the deeper truth began leaking, the female shot caller, the snitching incident, the house party, the confrontation in the car, the public had already gone into full meltdown. But once people realized this wasn't just Chrisean being dramatic, and wasn't just internet beef, the reaction shifted from panic to mass hysteria. Because now fans weren't just worried she was missing. They were terrified she was in real, organized danger. The moment the words, street code, snitching, wrong room, and female shot caller started trending simultaneously, the entire internet froze as if the server itself had stopped breathing. The internet implodes. Twitter became the epicenter of chaos. Hashtags exploded out of nowhere. Number find Chrisean. Number pray for rock. Number street politics ain't funny. Number Blueface canoe. Number protect black women. Number LA's shaking. Millions of posts within hours. Every influencer who ever spoke on hip-hop drama suddenly went live. One female blogger screamed into the camera, "Y'all don't understand. If a female shot caller is involved, this is real. You don't play with that." Another said, "This is past any TV show. This is the streets. This is different." Fans were crying. Commenters were shaking. Some people said they couldn't sleep. Some said they kept refreshing in fear of what might pop up next. One tweet that went viral read, "This is the first time Chrisean's chaos actually feels deadly." Another, "She talks too much, fights too fast, trusts too quick." This was inevitable. It wasn't slander. It wasn't hate. It was fear. Real fear. The hip-hop world panics. Artists started reacting. Small rappers, big rappers, underground members, producers, managers, former gang affiliates, people who had been in the life and escaped. One rapper tweeted, "If she saw what I think she saw, she gotta move states." Another said, "Keep her off live. That's how they'll track her." Someone else added, "The set they talking about don't bluff. If they said they want her, they want her." But the scariest comment came from a rapper who is closely associated with Blueface. "I told her once, not everybody is playing TV games. Some people real." She didn't listen. You could feel the tone shift. People weren't laughing anymore. People weren't making jokes. This was fear mixed with resignation. Because in street culture, once a bounty drops publicly, it rarely gets reversed without consequence. Zeus Network in full damage control. The Zeus Network scrambled. They went into emergency meetings. They refused to comment publicly. They deleted old clips of Chrisean antagonizing Blueface's extended circle. They disabled comments on certain posts. They removed promo that featured her fighting with unknown individuals. One insider leaked that Zeus execs were frantic. "We can't air her drama if she's in real danger. We can't have liability." Another insider said, "They know where she is. They're just not saying it." Fans went crazy. Zeus is hiding her? Is Zeus protecting her or using her? What does Zeus know? Blogs started pressing Zeus. Release a statement. Say something. Confirm she's safe. Zeus remained silent. Too silent. Blueface's reaction makes things worse. Blueface finally posted something indirect. A cold, dismissive tweet. "Y'all be acting like she a kid. She grown. She'll be back when she's done doing the most." Fans ripped him apart. "She might be in danger and this your response? You evil for this. You know more than you say. This is why she's scared to come home." Then someone leaked a DM allegedly from Blueface to a friend. "If she just give back what she took, they'll leave her alone." Give back what she took. What did she take? Money? Evidence? A phone? A video? That DM alone started a new wave of hysteria. She stole something? She holding something that ain't hers? That's why there's a bounty? Blueface tried to play it off, but the damage was done. The female shot caller identified by street pages. Street pages, pages who normally expose local beefs, fights, and gang tension, began dropping hints about the identity of the female shot caller. They didn't say her name. They didn't show her face. They didn't mention the set directly. But they said enough. One post read, "She been running that block since before Blueface even knew how to rap." Another, "If she got a problem, the whole section got a problem." Another, "Rock barked at a pit, expecting it to roll over." Fans were terrified. Who is she? Why isn't anyone naming her? Is she that powerful? Yes, she is. In street life, some names are spoken privately, never publicly, never typed online. And that's when the streets started whispering. She's connected higher than y'all think. Which means the danger wasn't just gang-related. It was political. It was structural. It was generational. Chrisean's family speaks out. Her sister went live, sobbing. "I don't know where my sister at. I don't. Stop asking me." Her cousin went live too. "She been messing with people she shouldn't. I told her stop going out." Her aunt posted, "Bring Rock home, please." But the loudest reaction came from a family member who normally stays silent. Her older brother. He posted, "If anything happened to my sister, I'm lighting the city up." The post was deleted 5 minutes later, but people screenshotted it instantly. The Crips set responds. Shockingly, one member from the same set commented under a viral post, "Ain't nobody touching her. She just need to handle business. The internet exploded. So y'all do have her? Where is she? Is she safe? What business? But that comment disappeared in minutes too. Meaning, the set is watching. They're monitoring the internet. They're aware of every rumor, every post, every leak. Chrisean didn't disappear into silence. She disappeared into a war zone where talking too much can spark a chain reaction. The bombshell interview. Then came the interview that poured gasoline on the entire situation. An LA street radio host invited an anonymous caller who claimed, "She ain't missing. She with someone who's protecting her from both sides." Both sides? The host asked. Both sides of what? And the caller ended with, "Y'all think it's just one set after her. That's cute." The phone hung up. Fans panicked. Both sides? What does that mean? Two gangs? A gang and an ex? People connected to Blueface? People connected to the snitch? Nobody knew. But one thing became clear. Whatever danger Chrisean stepped into, it was way bigger than one bounty. It was tied to alliances, secrets, and a snitching situation with consequences that could ripple across LA. And the next twist would reveal exactly who escalated the bounty, and why Chrisean's disappearance was not an accident. The chaos was loud. The internet was shaking. The blogs were exploding. The streets were restless. But beneath all the noise, beneath all the panic, beneath all the theories, the real story was happening in silence. Because while fans cried, while family begged, while Blueface shrugged, while bloggers speculated, the people who actually wanted Chrisean Rock were moving quietly, strategically, deliberately. And the biggest twist of all? They weren't the ones who put the bounty out. They were responding to it. Because somebody else lit that match. Somebody high-ranking. Somebody scared. Somebody angry. Somebody desperate to protect themselves. And that person finally got exposed. The secret phone reappears. At 2:11 a.m., an anonymous street page dropped a photo that sent the entire internet into cardiac arrest. A picture of a phone. Cracked, dirty, smashed on one corner, with the lock screen still visible. A phone people immediately recognized. Chrisean's trap phone. The missing one. The one with the footage. The one that vanished the night she disappeared. The caption under the photo was simple. Found. The comments blew up. Who has it? Where did it come from? Is she alive? What was on it? But the real explosion came 20 minutes later, when the Sam page posted again. This time with a different caption. Someone betrayed her. Someone close. The internet froze. Because if the phone didn't end up in gang hands, if the phone didn't end up with the set issuing the bounty, if the phone didn't end up with the shot caller, then who found it? Who leaked the picture? Who handled the device before the picture was taken? The unexpected betrayal. An hour after the trap phone photo dropped, a so-called trusted insider DM'd multiple bloggers with the same exact message. Y'all looking at gangs. Y'all looking at enemies. Look at who was in her house. Her inner circle, her so-called friends, the people she trusted. And then the bomb hit. Chrisean didn't lose her phone. Somebody took it. Took it? Fans panicked. Who? Who was in the house? Name them. The insider finally clarified. Somebody she let stay with her. Somebody who pretended to be helping. Somebody who got scared after the bounty dropped. Then the final strike. They gave the phone to the wrong person. The internet collectively stopped breathing. Somebody in her circle, out of fear, out of panic, out of self-preservation, gave her trap phone to the same powerful individual who started the entire bounty. Meaning, the bounty wasn't just street retaliation. It wasn't just a code violation. It was cover-up. Someone wanted the footage gone. Someone wanted their name erased. Someone wanted no witnesses, no loose ends. And Chrisean became the biggest loose end of all. The female shot caller returns, with a warning. Unexpectedly, the same female shot caller who was rumored to be furious with Chrisean did something shocking. She commented on a viral post publicly. "We didn't take her. Stop lying on us. We just wanted a convo." The internet went ballistic. People wrote, "So who put the bounty out? If not y'all, then who? Who wants her this badly?" And then she posted one more comment which changed everything. "The one who scared is the one who snitched." The comments erupted. Because according to this, the bounty didn't come from the set. It came from the snitch. The same snitch Chrisean saw in that room, talking, behind closed doors. And who was the snitch? Who was the person shaking so badly that they were willing to pay for a bounty? Who was the person powerful enough but terrified enough to hide behind gang ties? The face behind the hood. A blogger with verified street ties posted. The snitch wasn't a dude. The comments exploded. What? It was a woman? Who? Drop the name. The blogger continued. The person Rock saw talking in that room was a woman. The woman who runs the whole section. Fans were confused. But I thought the female shot caller said she didn't snitch? She said she wasn't the one recording. She told Rock to stay quiet. And that's when the blogger posted the final bombshell. There are 2 female leaders in that set. One protects, one betrays. The internet lost control. 2 leaders, 2 shot callers, one who confronted Chrisean, and one who was secretly cooperating behind the scenes. That meant the real snitch, the real person terrified of being exposed, the real person pushing for the bounty, was the other woman, the one nobody talked about, the one nobody posted, the one nobody named, the one who stayed off social media, the one who never went on lives, the one who was never in the spotlight, but the one with the most to lose. If that video ever leaked. And the twist wasn't just who she was, it was who she was connected to. The final shocker, the snitch has industry ties. A new leak dropped at sunrise. A blurred screenshot. A partial face. A name redacted. But the caption? She ain't just gang affiliated. She connected to a label. A label? Chrisean witnessed an informant, who was tied to a major record label. Fans lost their minds. Is this why the bounty is so big? Is the industry involved? Did Rock accidentally catch a label operative? It wasn't just about street code anymore. It was about music money, distribution power, protection deals, hidden partnerships, a secret cooperation agreement, a female leader feeding information to industry and street leaders, and Chrisean seeing it all. And that's why she went missing. Because if the world found out that a well-connected female gang figure had been secretly cooperating, it would destroy her alliances. And people like that? Don't let loose ends live freely. The final message before every account went silent. At 5:01 a.m., the same street insider who had been dropping hints posted one last message before wiping their profile. Rock ain't dead. But when y'all find out who she hiding with, and WHO she running from, this whole city gon' explode. Then the account vanished. Deleted. Gone. And with that, the entire situation reached a deadlock. We know she's alive. We know she's hiding. We know she has protection. We know she crossed the wrong woman. We know the bounty wasn't about money. We know the trap phone had evidence. And we know the woman behind the bounty has ties to both street life and the music industry. And the next reveal will expose her identity. This story isn't just another headline. It isn't another fight. It isn't another viral clip of Chrisean crying, yelling, or running into chaos. This time, the danger is real. This time, the streets are talking. This time, the wrong names are being whispered. This time, the target is bigger than anyone thought. And now you, yes, you watching this right now have to understand one thing. Chrisean didn't disappear because she was reckless. She didn't disappear because she was dramatic. She didn't disappear because she wanted attention. She disappeared because she stumbled onto a truth so dangerous, a secret so protected, a connection so humiliating to someone powerful, that they decided to silence her before she even realized the weight of what she knew. A female leader with ties to the music industry. A cooperation deal in a locked room. A trap phone full of footage. A bounty placed out of fear, not power. And Chrisean? She's the only witness who didn't even know she was a witness. And now the whole city is shaking because of one accident. So here's what happens next. And you have the power to influence it. Hit like right now if you want the full next update. Your like tells the algorithm this story matters. It pushes the truth into more timelines, forces more eyes on the situation, and makes it impossible for the people hiding in the shadows to bury her story. Subscribe because the next leak could drop at any moment. A new video, a new name, a new witness, a new sighting. And if you're not subscribed, you'll miss the exact moment the real identity of the female shot caller gets exposed. Turn on notifications because when the truth hits, it won't hit slow. It'll hit fast. And you need to be first. And now the most important part. Comment below right now with your theory. Who do you think is the woman behind the bounty? Did someone in her circle betray her? Is the industry involved? And who is she really hiding with? Your comments force the conversation forward. Your voice keeps the pressure on. Your engagement makes silence impossible. Because the next episode? The identity reveal? The confrontation? The real reason she was targeted? That's coming next.